Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hi, everyone. We're waiting for a few to pop on. Exciting. We are kind of renaming you right now. So if you're a consultant, you might see a C next to your name. Autumn is a consultant as well, Melissa, who just popped on. And good morning, Scarlett. Welcome. We'd love to know where you're from. So if you want to utilize the chat today, consultants and guests, you will all be entered for multiple full-size products that we are giving away. And so make sure to use that because Melissa will be in the background grabbing those comments and putting them in a wheel. So we'll be doing that. And go ahead, yeah, and put in the chat. Let me pull the chat up so I can see it. Where you're from. If you are a consultant or a guest, where are you from? Because we are going to be spanning all over the US this morning, and we want to get to know everyone as we are having people pop in. Super exciting. Mississippi, Murrieta, California, Jennifer. I'm California too. Sandy, we're both SoCal people, me and Jennifer. Scarlett, Palmdale, California. Also, so Southern California. Awesome. Melissa's guest, so welcome. Love that. I know Grace is also here in my neck of the woods. She's like 10 minutes from me. So we're out here in we'll say San Diego because people don't really know where we live. Okay, so that is perfect. And then Jessica M, is that you, Jessica Merkerson? If it is, just give a heart. Awesome. All right, ladies. Well, we are going to jump in, and as people join us, we will connect. This is going to be so fun for guests and consultants to just learn about how the seasons work. And so I want to kind of explain the idea to you, and we have some really great value to give you also at the end of tools that once you know your season, you're going to be able to have this whole little PDF to kind of go, okay, based if I'm a winter, a spring, and autumn, here would be all the perfect colors that would look best on me. So the idea of seasons, before I go into doing my makeup today for you, have you ever worn a color, a shirt, an outfit, and you put it on and you're like, ew, this makes me look dead, or I just hate the way I feel, or I get no compliments and I just don't love it. Or maybe you've worn makeup that you're like, why do I just feel so off today? Or why do I feel like maybe even I look older, or whatever that looks like? Okay, that is maybe when we're not in the right colors. And so when we are in the right colors for our season, based on our skin tone, based on our hair color, based on our eye color, I like to call it being in your pretty cells. You like are getting compliments all day long because you're like, why is everybody saying, wow, your eyes look so good? Why is everybody complimenting my shirt? Why is everybody like almost magnetically attracted to me? It's because you're in your perfect colors. So we can do that with makeup as well, which is really exciting. And so this PDF that we have is going to help you to go, okay, based on my hair color, based on my skin tone, based on my eye color. This isn't the perfect test. This is a very simple one. So if you've seen on social media that I'm going to put this in speaker for myself really quick, just for the recording. If you've seen on social media people doing those drapes, have you seen those people doing those drapes and they put them across people and they like kind of pull them? They might even have a bonnet on. You could always go find one of those people to get really professionally matched. But I'm going to share my screen here, and we are going to pull up a little quiz, and we're going to have you remember all the comments in the chat are going to get you entries for prizes that we're giving away. Let me go ahead and get this open. It opened a couple things when I did this. So you're going to go ahead and I'm going to ask you some questions on here. And based on your results, we're going to find out what season is for you. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So we'll start with that. And we're going to start with skin tone. And I want to explain some of this so that way you can be like, okay, how do I know my skin tone? Some of you just may know. So if you are someone who burns and stays burnt, you are going to be more on the cool skin tone. If you are someone who goes in the sun, and this is your body, this isn't just your face, everybody's face will sometimes burn, and you don't either, nothing changes at all, or you just tan and you get deeper, you're going to be more on the warm skin tone. If you are in the middle, you're like, well, I'll burn and then it'll eventually turn it into a tan, you're neutral. Now that's not on here. So what do you feel like you lean towards more? If you are more like towards, I burn it all, I will go towards the cool end. If you're like, I normally just tan, I would go towards that warm end. Okay. So now that you have that, we're following the map of this. Okay. And so then you're going to go, okay, if I'm a cool skin tone, what is my hair color or the closest to it? And if I'm a warm skin tone, what is my hair color or the closest to it? Okay. So for me, I'm just going to show you mine. I'm a cool skin tone. I'm a brunette. And then you're going to do your color eyes. Now for light eyes, I would include that into like light hazel. I would include that into blue. Dark eyes, we're going to be more in that like deeper brown. Okay. So then for me, I'm light eyes. Let's see here. Did I do, you know what? No wonder you guys are going to crack up with me. I kept thinking that I'm a winter, but they changed this. And now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, I'm a summer. And no wonder I did not love the colors that I chose this morning. So I might be pulling from this from the summer very quickly and just show you my palette. So this makes so much sense as I relook at it. Okay, so I want you guys to put in the chat, are you a summer? Are you winter? Are you a spring? Or are you in autumn? Okay, let's see what the main thing is. I'm going to keep this up. I can't really read them right now because I'm sharing my screen. But based on what you see here, what are your colors? This is so funny. As I was picking out these colors today, I was like, I guess we're gonna, this is why we don't assume. Everybody just wants to be the season you want to be instead of what you really are. Okay. So we're putting that in the chat. And then we'll be sending you this whole PDF. I'm going to give you a little quick preview of what you will get. See, like spring lips, it's going to give you all the lip colors. And then we'll go down really quick, all the eyes and the cheek colors, okay, based on year one. And then it'll even have little placemats, okay, of like all of them together. So you're going to get access to this whole thing at the end. We'll be sending you a link. So you're going to want to make sure you fill out all the links. So let's see what y'all are saying. Summer, autumn. Shalom says autumn, my favorite season. Rose, warm, gray, and winter. Went from dark blonde to gray, so cool summer. So it's very interesting, right? Someone asked me yesterday, like if our hair color changes. I've seen two different things come from people who do this professionally. Some say that your hair does change it, and some say that you just are what you are. I do think that as our hair goes gray or to what it is, it does change it. I do as someone who used to be a hairdresser. Okay, so let me just give me a second here. I'm going to explain what I'm going to be doing for my skin face up. So I'm going to teach a makeup look today, but our goal is that now that you know your colors, I have created looks for spring. So I went through all that PDF and I went and went, okay, what would be the best colors to wear during our spring season? More bright, getting into lighter colors, maybe some more purples, some more pinks, or just lighter tones, softer tones to give us that beautiful glow for spring. So I went through those packets and made a set for each and every one of you. So I'll be showing today just makeup techniques, but at the end, we'll be able to look at that. So let me go ahead and pull this up just to see what my colors were going to be so I can have that in the background to pick from my palette. But each of these palettes that we will be showing, this would be the winter that apparently I am not. And apparently I'm not a detailed person who didn't read this prior. Okay, so we're going to be showing how would you do 3 eyeshadows for your spring look, a blush, a contour, and a highlight. So that way we can have an entire look in your perfect palette. And these are magnetic, you guys. So these just, I love these. Watch this. It just pulls out. 1 second, let me hold it. And then that way, if you want to change any colors, you run out of any colors, you just pop it right back in. All right. So that makes your life really, really easy. So you can have your entire new spring look in your perfect palette. Now let's talk about what I already did to my face before I came on. What would you kind of show what you get? Oh, let me go ahead and share that screen for you guys as people are popping on. I think what you're asking is, can we have the quiz again just to make sure? So let's go ahead and show that just so that way everyone's on the same page. We definitely can do that. And then go ahead and you're gonna do this map right here. So if you're a cooler warm tone, what your hair color is. You could even go ahead and screenshot this if this is helpful. Again, you'll be getting this in a PDF after, what your eye color is. And then you'll go ahead and pick the bottom. Which one do you land in? This is mind-blowing again to me. So we're going to all have fun together. Okay. So screenshot that, and then I'll explain what I did for my base and my skincare, and then we will go into this look. Awesome. All right. Let me see here. Let me see. Cool. Was burnt. Okay. Great question. So you're a cool undertone if you are burn and just stay burnt, or you're burning it all at any capacity, even if you end up tanning, but you tend to turn red, and you do that first, I would go towards the cool undertone for you first. Okay. If you just stay the same color when you go out in the sun, or you deepen, and you get more tan, that would be the warm undertone. You might notice that you are leaning towards olive undertones in the warm, and you're going towards pink undertones in the cool. Magnetic palettes, missed the light eyes, so still summer. Okay, Grace, great. So that was good that we re-looked at that, and now that picture is in the chat that you can all grab as well. So let's go over foundation. First of all, you guys, I did skincare this morning. So we always want to start our skin, especially going into spring and looking glowy. I did skincare, I did my moisturizer, I did my serum C+E. So we have skincare underneath. Then I always go in with our foundation primer. So that way, I always say it's a crime not to prime, right? If we want to keep our foundation on, then you might as well put this on. And so this is going to help smooth out those pores. You guys, the other day, I don't know what happened. I was really tired and I just forgot this step. I noticed a dramatic difference all day long with my pores looking bigger, my makeup looking oilier, and it not setting as right. So if you're ever like, I don't know if this works, girl, try it without and try it with. It makes a big difference. So that's a silicone primer. Then I went in with under eye corrector, only under this area to help with dark circles. This has a peachy undertone, so this is great if we want to help correct under eye area. We would not use this to conceal, because this will enhance dark circles or imperfections. We would use a concealer, which comes in 6 different shades. I had a couple little fun little hormonal dots that I and I did that. Okay, so once we know your foundation shade, we can then match you in concealers and powders and all that fun stuff. Okay, then I went in with our Silky Setting Powder. I love this because this doesn't make you look cakey. It's really fine. It comes in multiple different colors. So again, we can match you in that. I also only did my brows, and then everything else we're going to do together. So I went in with Volumizing Brow Tint. It's a tiny little baby thing like this. Went and got all the hairs in my brows to volumize. These come in 4 different shades. As I go through this stuff, you guys, and you're like, oh, I need to make a note of that. Make a note of it. Put it in the chat if that helps you. We'll save the chat too. And then I went in with our Brunette Brow Liner. These come in 5 different shades. So I went in and I shaped everything with the brows. This is really important for an eye look, to do some sort of shaping with the brows, because it's the frame of your eyes. So if you want your eyes to really pop and you're like not used to doing brows, we can do that at different levels of what feels comfortable, but you want to fill those in. So I have my base, I have my brows, and how I normally do it is I go into contour, because look, if we're finding the right foundation color, there really shouldn't be a change with your neck, and you may look a little lighter. Just because we want to look a little darker for summer, girl, use some bronzer, match your skin to your skin. Okay. So that way we don't look like a Oompa Loompa. So we want to just match. And we're going to go into this beautiful brush collection. I just have opened a whole brand new one. So this is Mary Kay's. I've added some of our extra brushes to it. And we're going to pull out our 3-in-1 cheek brush. And I'm going to go ahead and dip into our contour. We have this in 2 different colors for skin tones. So this is going to be for light to medium skin tones, and we have a cocoa color. So again, you can connect with your consultant, or if you are a consultant, you can connect with your director and be like, hey, can you show me all the different colors? We have them all. So I'm going to pop in here like this. Notice how I'm putting this brush in here. I'm directly getting it right onto this spot. And so that's where I'm going to put that contour, and I'm going to come in here right under my cheekbone, and we're just going to add some color because we've been all stuck with no sun during this winter time. And I'll do one side so you can see what a difference this is going to give us some color. Okay. So a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to do all the crazy contour. Okay. We don't have to contour, like, you know, change our whole face, but we can give us a little bit of color. This chin action, take away a double chin. All right. So we're just going to do that little chin area. We're going to come in here, get really under the apple of those cheeks, and just bronzer. Look, this is going to give us, or some contour. Notice the difference of how much that gives us shape. And then if we ever, and then just looking at the side, look at this cheekbone of how it's chiseling it in versus this one of not having any shape. So it makes a huge difference. I'll go ahead and finish this side. Let me go ahead and pull up what my new blush color should be. I'm glad I brought over all my palettes since I'm now a summer, apparently. Let me pull that to see what color I should do, and I'll show you that at the end. I'm going to be doing Rosy Nude. How about that? My basic color that I normally go towards. Okay. I even put it to the side in case I changed my mind. It's out already for me. So this Rosy Nude is going to be the color for summer. Some of these colors, by the way, they go into different ones. We can double dip a little bit, okay? So we're wanting to go more towards these pinks, these peach tones in our blushes. We're wanting to maybe pull away from some of the browns, the wines, the deeper colors for spring. So we're gonna smile, and we're going to just apply to the apple of the cheek right in here. I don't like to go past the eyebrow arch for my blush, and I'm pulling it up in here to heighten that cheekbone. If you want to give more of a round effect, you would focus more in this area right here. So see how we're creating life, we're creating color. It's not too harsh. It's bright and light and airy for spring. Look at this difference of not having any blush on. That just gives it a very neutral color in there. So we could just add a teeny bit more. Boom. Okay, then let's go ahead and do the other side real quick so that way we're even. If you want another trick for contour of where it should go, if you feel above your ear, suck in, follow this line. That's the angle you should be going. And then remember, we're not going to go past that brow. Okay, so we're just putting it right into that hollow of the cheek to create that cheekbone right in there. We're just doing this hairline where the sun would magically touch our forehead area. And we're doing a little bit of our jawline to chisel out that jaw and help with a little bit of double chin. Okay, so we're just going to do that. Now, see how I got a little bit darker there than here? And it could kind of just do a little too much product. We're just going to take an all over powder brush that's clean and just gently buff it in. And look how easily that just buffs right in. So we don't have any of those harsh lines. All right, we're going to pop back in with our Rosy Nude and just give us some life to our cheeks. I'm just stippling in. If you guys notice, I'm pressing in instead of swiping. This gives me control of where the product is going and pressing it into the skin versus like this. And then stuff's going this way, stuff's going that way. This stippling action is helping us to control it. Well, we do need some highlighter because being in spring, we want to look glowy. We want to look fresh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do highlighter, and then we're going to give a prize away. To those of us have joined, if you just joined or you haven't put in the comments yet, so we can get everybody in for a prize wheel, is go ahead and put where you're from. So if you haven't put where you're from, go ahead and put that in the chat. And then for those of you who already put that, or you want to get some extra tickets, we would love to know what keeps you busy during the week. Okay. So I love that you're using terms I'm familiar with. Art. Shalom. Makeup is just literally art. I love it. I could go on about that for hours. I used to draw as a kid, so that's basically what I'm doing. All right. I love this. So with this highlighter, look at this. We're going to turn the brush around and we're going to go to the tip of it. And that's where we're going to put our highlighter. And we're just going to go right here to the tops of our cheekbones. Right here to the tops of our cheekbones. Give us a little bit of a glow. Awesome. Maybe down the nose a little bit. Give us a little shimmer. Let me change the settings on my Zoom because I think that so we can get a better look. Let me see really quick settings. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Video. I always forget. Let's see. Is it backgrounds? Okay, let's do this. Okay, no filter on it at all, so you can see everything. There we go. Okay, so see that little shimmer right there? All right. Maybe, you know what? A little bit over the apples of your cheek, or the apples of your cheek. What is this? The Cupid's bow right in here. That's going to lift your lip. You just can, you already have it on there. Boom. It's going to lift that lip up and just make everything look glowy. So we have our contour at that. So let's go ahead and give away some prizes. We're going to pull that up. I'll read the comments as she's pulling up that wheel. I work full time, but early hours, so I get to be with my husband and daughter during the day. Love it. We have Jessica from Michigan, Mindy from Hemet, California, Connie from Detroit. Rose is loving the tips. Ada's busy with her cat, hungry cats. Okay. Oh, look at all you guys in there. Let's give away. We are going to give away a lip gloss or a bronzer. You get to choose whoever goes first. So let's see who's our first winner. Awesome. And then if you want to call that out, Melissa, I'm going to find my colors really quick here for this.
Nikki Perez.
Nikki Perez, tell us what you want. Do you want a bronzer? We have a limited edition bronzer. I have them in 2 different colors. Or would you like a lip gloss? I'll hold them up. We have deep for deeper tones, lighter for lighter tones, and then we have a beach bronze lip gloss. So put that in the chat of what you want. So fun. And then I'm going ahead and finding my colors here. And then we're going to go ahead and go into eyes. I'm so excited about my new colors. I got to be honest. Okay. So this is going to look so much better. I really encourage lip gloss Frankie wants. Okay. Let me show you the lip gloss you're getting. This is perfect for spring. Beach bronze, beautiful lip gloss. Okay. So you'll be getting that. Yay. All right. So we're going to dip back into our brushes here. I'm going to just show you real quick. We're just going to take these out so I can work from the palette. Again, this was winter. If you were a winter, we had this sunlit rose, soft heather, crystalline. You can see they're very cool, very, very cool undertones in there. So I'm just going to pop those out real fast. Love it that you can change your look. And how fun would this to be that we do this every season so you know what colors you should be in your season during the actual season. These are now my colors. It made me happy seeing them because I was like, that's going to look so much better on my face. That's wild. Okay. So we're going to dip into the brush that you all need. I don't know what you're doing if you don't have this blending brush. You're making your life hard. You need this to blend. All right. It's $12. It's going to change your life. You'll keep it for years. All right. Just take good care of her and just wash her. All right. So we're going to take this and we're going to go in. How I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to go ahead and take Frozen Iris into my lid. I'm going to do Candlelight on my, in my crease. I'm going to do Candlelight on my lid, and I'm going to do, this is Biscotti on my line right here. We're going to just use 3 colors to make this happen. I'm going to go in with my blending brush to this Frozen Iris. I'm going to start on the outside, creating where I want my crease. So if we go back into what Shalom was saying about art, if we look at our face like angles versus trying to get the perfect crease, it's going to make your life so much easier. So I'm starting on this outer corner and I'm going, okay, that's my brow bone right there. And I'm going to just bring it into my lid and I'm just going to create a line there first. We can blend later. We just need to place product right now. Then we're going to come in, always going a little bit higher if you have a hooded eye of where you want your crease. And I'm going in about 2/3 of the way to keep this area light and bright. So again, I'm just coming in, I'm patting, and I'm just going in this little VC shape right here to pack on this product right in this area, okay? And then here's the trick. That could look harsh. So we're going to take our little blending brush. We're going to clean it. We cannot blend with a dirty brush or we create mud. Just all say to yourself, mud. I don't need mud on my face. This is maybe why we're scared. So now we have a clean brush with nothing on it. Gently, I'm holding my hand more towards the end of the brush. Gently, we're going to buff the outsides. Look at what that's doing to create more of that flawless transition so we don't have a harsh crease. You get to do what you want. If you like a harsh crease, for me, I want it to look a little bit more natural. And then I'm going to just come in here and just blend it slightly into my lid so that's not harsh either. Do you see how that just softened everything up for blending? I also like to use the crease color underneath the lid. So what does that mean? We don't want it to be top heavy. So I like to use this smudger brush. It's a little tiny baby one. Let me show you in comparison. Really tiny, okay? So we're going to dip directly. We want it on the tip of the brush, okay? And we're going to come under here. Now I have these almond eyes. So I don't want to bring the underneath all the way to here because what is that going to do? Close them down. But if I keep this dark color like this, it's going to open them up. Does that make sense? So we're going to just come right here. I'm going to go in only about half of the way. So we're bringing down some of the color. We're not making it top heavy. We're creating a completed look. We're smudging it right into the lash line. If you ever have a problem with fallout, which a lot of ours don't really fall out, something you could do if you tapped a lot is I put a lot on there. You could just go like this with your finger and your brush. You can't see it, but I just saw a little bit flick out, so it's not flicking down to my face. So just do a little flick, okay? So then we're going to, I love these emojis in the chat or GIFs, you guys, so good. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. Our eyes, let's say it together. They're not sisters. They're not twins. They may be a distant cousin. All right. So we're going to work on them that they don't have to fully match. But while we're in the motion of what we just did, let's go back over and do this eye. So what are we doing? We're going right into our lid and we're just using, what direction are we going in? If you use the end of your brow, that's the angle you're kind of working up towards. That's kind of where you're wanting to stay, if that helps you. So now it's just going back to lines. We just want a line here of where our crease is. We're pressing in. We're coming over here. We're pulling in. Some of you might have eye shape that you can go all the way in. For me, I can't, so play with it. A lot of people want to do their crease down in this area versus a little higher on that brow bone. This is going to open you up versus close you down, especially if you have a hooded lid. We want to keep this as light as possible. Okay, so that's a whole other class that we could do is on eye shape. So we're just going to press that product in. I'm going to go through one more time, pressing it into those areas. What do we have to do? We don't want mud. Over here, I have a towel. It's just a clean towel. I don't even have to clean it, get it wet. I'm just getting all the excess off. Okay, so now we're coming around and we're just gently on the outside buffing, and we're just buffing. It can be so fast. Hooded lid means that if you look straight and you feel like you lose this entire part of your lid because your upper lid kind of covers it, that would mean you have a hooded eyelid. If you don't do that and you can see your entire lid when you wear eyeshadow, there's all different kinds of eye shapes. I'm just going to add to this a little bit because I just want a little bit more over here. There's hooded, there's almond, there's standard, there's wide set, there's closed set, there's all different kinds, but hooded is typically a problem for people. And you know, if you have hooded because you're like, oh, like all my eyeliner hits because my oops, I'm freezing. Let me fix this 1 second. Because my eyelid is just covering this whole bottom part. Does anyone on the chat have a hooded eyelid? Go ahead and put that in there. Some people have deep set, meaning where they kind of, it goes back, like you can kind of see it go back. When I say back, like my grandma had hooded eyes where you could see the whole lid, but it almost like right under the bone, it went literally back in underneath. Me, Rose says, I have hooded eyelids. Okay, so does Scarlett. Okay, so now that we have our crease, look at these colors though for spring. We're leaning towards what? Light, bright. We're getting into colors. You know what I normally do? Browns every day. We're breaking the pattern and we're going into some colors. Now we're going to change brushes. And we're going to go into, again, another must-have. This is an all-over eyeshadow brush. This is going to pack on product. Let me mess with my zoom again, just to get some more light. The way that the light is coming in this morning is not my fave. So let's just make sure we have a little bit brighter light. There we go. Okay. So we're going to look at how we're going to go into this. We're not going into all over directly. Perpendicular, smudge into the color, get an even layer on there like that. Okay, we aren't swiping. This isn't blending. We're packing on product into the lid and we're pressing in. You run out, we get more. We don't try to like disperse it. Okay, we're getting all the way into that lash line. We're getting all the way into this inner corner. And we're just going right under where that crease was. And look how this is just going to brighten it up right away. Isn't that great stuff right there? Boom, done. You could go in and you could get crazy and you could blend, but if we're running out the door, it's enough and that's awesome. So we're gonna go in, we're packing it on the whole side like this. If we need to, I just saw a whole fluff go by. So if we don't want that to dip down and we're just pressing that into the lid. Okay. And we're just going to go in and get more. And it may look like I'm swiping. I'm doing really every time I'm picking up and I'm kind of going like that to press in the product. I do this with my powder too on my face, by the way. Okay. So we have that. Boom. We have a great lid going. Now we're going to finish this off. Sorry, my phone's going off. Let me, it's my child. We're going to go in with Biscotti. Biscotti is a fantastic one to highlight up here under the brow and brighten the inner corner. So what I'm going to do is I just cleaned off my all over brush, shadow brush. We are going to dip in now this way because we want to control how much product we have. So we're going into that. See how it's on the end? It's not on the sides. Okay. And then now I'm going to go under my brow and I'm carving that out a little bit. So that way this is lifting. This is lifting your eye. It's not bringing a shimmer and it's also helping to carve out your eyebrow. We're going to go in again. Product on the tip here. And we're going to bring it right in our inner corner. Let's make us look awake, people. Okay. Boom, like that. It's just going to brighten up that area. You could do a little bit of a shimmer sparkle in there if you wanted to as well. I'll show you what that looks like. Just so that way you can see. Because the camera doesn't pick up the matte as well. But that is a matte option. Okay, that's a creamier option. But if you want a little bit of more of a sparkle or a glow in there, you could use this very similar color, Moonstone. See how that's more of a shimmer? And let me just show you what that would look like. So that's just, see how it just gives a little bit of that flick of brightness? I love a little bit of shimmer in that inner corner. So we could do that right there. See that? It's just going to kind of glow and just kind of pop it open and just kind of make your eyes glitter a little bit. And it's like, oh my gosh, I had a nap. So great. All right, let's go ahead before we do mascara and lips. Why don't we give away another prize, Melissa? So that way we can have some more prizes going out. I love a slightly fairy look with some sparkles. Shalom's just like a fairy, like a little storybook over there. I love it. All right, go ahead. Let's see who's going to win our next prize. Yara, yay! All right, right, Kiara, do you want, with your skin tone, I would either do deep glow or with the bronzer, or you could do, I also have more lip glosses. Tell me what you would like. And then I think there were some things you had too on your end, Melissa, but I can't remember. But go ahead and put in the chat, you do gloss or bronzer, because we have a couple of those, super fun. And you guys, at the end, we're going to have a link that you fill out, and we're going to give away some finishing spray and some translucent powder. So don't let me forget to show you how to use that. Kiara wants the bronzer. Girl, people will die to get their hands on this, because we can't get our hands on that. Okay, so I'm gonna put that over there. All right, so let's do some Great Heights mascara. Everybody needs a new mascara for this season. If you've not switched out your mascara, it is time. There's a little hair in my eye. Let me grab that. Boom, got it. And I love our Great Heights mascara because it is a conditioning formula. It does not clump. If you layer, I have fake lashes on the top, so we're only doing the bottom. It doesn't clump. It's great for under lashes. It's great for top lashes. With 3 coats, you can get 3 times longer lashes. So I'm going to start with 1 coat here so you can see the difference. We'll let it dry for a second here, and then I'll show you how we can build upon it. It's got a curved wand like this, and it's a plastic one that helps to separate. So we'll go back in with 1 more coat really quick. It's smudge proof, so it is not going to come off throughout the day. So look, we're getting already longer, and those are just bottom lashes right there. And heck, why not? We can do 1 more coat. Okay, you might let it dry a little bit more in between, but since for time, we're just going to go in 1 more time. And I nicked myself, but much, much longer, right? So great longer lashes than the other ones. So we'll do 1 coat and then I'll let them dry in between. And then we're going to do lips. All right, with lips, tell me what colors you normally lean toward with your lipstick. Everybody has one. You keep it in your purse. You use it all the time. Tell me the color. Is it mauve? Is it brown? Is it red? Is it pink? What is it? Because what I do urge you today, mauve nude. Me and Scarlett are kindred spirits because mauve nude is my fave. And I try to go out of it. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, plum, mauve, nude. Okay, so my big challenge for you is a lip can change everything. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go possibly get the different lipsticks because I needed a whole different color because I'm a summer now. And this is so exciting because I love the new color. Okay, mauve, Connie says, name is orangey brown. Okay, so with our lips, we are going to want to maybe break out of our comfort zone, and we are going to want to try. So mauve might be more towards fall time. Oops, I'm freezing. Winter time. Girl, it's my favorite. But what if we were to elevate it into some lighter colors, get out of the plums, get into some different colors for spring just to look light and bright? So I'm going to run. You guys are going to give me 2 seconds. I know exactly where it is. I have a whole roll-up bag of lipsticks, but I'm going to go grab the blush velvet to go with this look. And we are going to go ahead and ask 1 more question is, do you have any, and then Melissa, if you can unmute yourself while I do this, do you guys have any fun plans or dreams you'd like to create this summer? Like if you could do anything this summer with your kids, with your family, what would that look like? What are some of your summer plans already coming up or something you'd love to work towards? So Melissa, I'm going to have you hone in on that chat and put yourself there. I'll be right back with our lips and then we'll show you all the looks for the different colors.
Let me add. Ooh, blush velvet. Fun. I love blush velvet. Anyone doing anything exciting? I haven't even thought about my summer plans yet, to be honest. I'm just excited that it's spring break now.
Oh, it is spring break.
Yes. You got a homey atmosphere in a new apartment. Ooh, you guys are moving. Oh, I love that. I'm excited for your after of the move and getting it all homey. The move itself could skip that part. fast forward.
But you just did that, Melissa, right?
Yes. Yeah. I just moved in December. So, but the after is so much fun, and then getting it all homey. I'm excited for you. Ooh, planning a trip through the Grand Canyon. That's so fun. Have you ever been there before, Mindy? And Scarlett wants to do that too. Grace doesn't have plans yet. Ooh, interactive zoo, fishing and working on the house. Shalom, I love that. So fun. Shalom, anyone specific you're going to go do those with your family? Or I love that.
Maybe I want to show you guys here, because of how we shifted my colors. You just all have to see this, of why seasons are so important. Okay. Because now that I've situated, this was supposed to be my purple with winter. And when I put it on my hand today, I was like, that makes me look dead. Like, even my hand, I was like, oh no. And then this is the one that ended up going on me, and it is such a different color on my skin tone of what my skin needed. They're both purples, but do you see that difference of why knowing your season makes such a difference of what is going to make you look like you're in your pretty zone? I actually had I was like, trust the process, Brie, trust the process. Okay. So now that we're in, I got so excited too, because I want to show you what was supposed to be my lip color and now what my lip color is going to be. This was supposed to be my lip color, this Love Me Pink, which we could pull off, but it almost is like a little bit too much for me. Okay. And then what we get to do is I'm going to do this one, which is going to probably match and make my whole look come together much, much better. So we're going to use this Blush Velvet, and we're going to use some Beige Nude Lip Liner. So we're just going to come in down here, do a little beige. By the way, beige works on everybody's lip tone, or truffle nude, just depending on how dark your skin is. So we're just going to do a little bit of that. These are waterproof. Let me actually put on some waterproof, because I'm going to show you that too, of how awesome that is. And then let's put on some lipstick. I should just show you the comparison. I think we have to do it just because we have to see. Okay, this is the Blush Velvet. This is the color that I should more so be in for my colors and what would match this look. Obviously, I had different eyeshadow colors, but let me just show you for the sake of it what the Love Me Pink would be, so we can really just feel the difference of what even a wrong color lips could do, okay? This is a great neutral, by the way. So we're just going to clean off real quick with eye makeup remover. Okay, tell me what you guys think of this. This is for the winter. Do we see a difference that just is not going to work? Rose is all, no, take it off. It's so different. It's like, I tried, but it's like not feeling right. Okay, yay. So we're going to all know your colors, and we're going to put it together. All right. So as we finish this lipstick, we are going to just share a teeny bit about our opportunity. This is a chance for you to also get some more prizes. And then we're going to have you quickly fill out a link. Okay. But let me just finish two things here. We're going to go back to our lip color. And we're going to do some translucent powder and finishing spray, because we're giving those away. So as we go into a little bit about our opportunity, I love to share with everyone. And consultants, as I ask you, you might put what your goals are. Guests, as I ask you, we're going to just let you dream. What a difference. Like, I look like a grown-up human being when we just changed that lipstick, right? That is so different. Okay. So the first way, as I finish with this translucent, that we make income with Mary Kay, and why I love to share with people how we do, is because it completely changed my life 13 years ago. I was a hairdresser, and everything took my full body energy, time to make that happen. And so what I love to do is teach women how can you from home make extra income, keeping your priorities in order, and being able to maybe do some of those things you want to do over spring break or summer break or going into that. Okay. So we're going to really quick just finish with some translucent powder that we're giving away real quick. See that we might creating some shine because I did this morning, and we're just going to come in and just set it. And we'll just show the difference. It's really finely milled. So that's just going to set everything. All right. And then we're going to do, thank you guys. Hey, that looks good, because we should have done another color, a different, season on the other face, and we would have been maybe scared. Okay. Then we're going to come in with some finishing spray real quick, because we want to keep it on. It's getting a little warmer during summer, springtime. And that's our finishing spray. And you can keep this in your purse because it can rehydrate you and freshen you up through the day while keeping everything set. So those are two things that we're going to be giving away. So as I get into this part of the chat, you want to blow it up. And with the survey that we're going to do at the end, because we're going to give these away for you to finish your look. So with that, I want to ask you first, while I explain to you a little bit of how we make income, if you could make an extra $1,000 a month right now, what would that do or enhance for your life? So go ahead, put that in the chat. Everybody, we want to know. And the way that we make income with Mary Kay, you guys, is so simple. We sell product that is consumable, that you all love, that you've tried before, and we make a 50% commission off of it, which is the highest in direct sales. And we also can make an income from building a team. And so how that has shown up in my life is, at first, it was just an extra $1,000 my very first month. And then it turned into being matching my income. In the very first, I think a year, I completely matched my salon income, and then was able to replace it. And now I'm a single mom who stays home, homeschools my son, and this is our full career, making a 6-figure income. And so it can be a little bit to, fill in the gaps, or maybe go after those fun things you're maybe holding back on doing, or it could be the big girl money. And so the second area, as we're putting it in the chat, of some things that I love about this business, the perks, is the freedom and flexibility. So you guys, if you had more time and more energy to design and create your schedule, what would it allow you to do that you aren't able to do right now? Go ahead and put that in the chat. What would that look like? So because we get to make our own schedule, we are our own boss, so we get to choose when we do appointments. It really allows us, I forgot I didn't put more mascara on this side, to design our life. No more, oh my gosh, I have to show up for this shift. No more, I have to put my whole life on hold because I'm waiting for my schedule to come up. No more 9 to 5, I can only do things in this time. It's really, of course, you might be putting this in with what you're already doing, but long-term, really getting to design that. So my dad, you guys, he goes on camping trips. He's retired, and he'll go for 3 months at a time. And he loves creating these memories. He did with his dad, where he would go hunting, and now he likes to do it with me and my grandson, his grandson, my son. And so we're going to pop away for 10 days with him to go all through New Mexico and all different kinds of national forests and things like that, and get to work on the go. So what are things that you're holding back on? Loving that. Of the things that we're getting to put in the chat, finish school, all these things. Love it. Okay. Third area is the community, the core values, and the mentorship. A lot of the time people are nervous to try something new because they go, oh, I've never done makeup before. Oh, I don't know how to do this, or I'm kind of nervous of the people. Are they going to be nice? So I'll kind of explain some of these areas, and then we're going to ask what's your favorite. So number one, you have someone assigned to your success who has already done this. And so Mary Kay is so easy because it's got a proven system already. So we teach you how to do this business. We help you in every step of the way. You don't just sign up and you go on your own. But the bigger part is, who's had an emotional, hormonal bad day where you go, I'm going to give up on my life today? It might be like that time of the month and you're like, I hate everyone. I hate everything. Nothing's working. That's all of us, right? We're going to all come across those days, or life, or chaos. But what if you had somebody cheering you on, breathing belief into you when you didn't believe in yourself, and the ability to work you through those times, like off the edge? right? That's what a mentor is for. The second thing is the community of that sisterhood of like-minded people. I just heard something. I normally say you're like the 5 closest people you hang around with, but I'm going to say something to you to kind of break your brain a little bit today. You also have probably the same finances as the 5 people you hang around with. So if you want to raise your finances, you want to raise your level of belief or even have more of it, you want to be in a community thinking like that. And then we have the prizes and the recognition and all the fun stuff, because as women, is anyone clapping for you when you change a diaper or when you mop the floor or you go into work? I was just telling my assistant the other day, I said, women are phenomenal. I said, today I am processing a credit card. I am coaching a consultant. I am also making lunch for everyone. I'm doing homeschool. I started my period today, and I'm also cleaning the house and feeding the dog. And I'm like, a man could never do this. He could never do all those things, right? And as women, we're like, this is just what I do. We're just juggling. We're just juggling, right? And it's so normal. So what if you, though, had a place to be recognized and honored for who you are just for doing your job? You would get prizes along the way. That can look like free cars. I just finished earning my 8th free car in March. I haven't had a car payment in 12 years, you guys. We have beautiful trips you can earn. This is even a prize for all brand new consultants. Look at this fun, beautiful necklace, earning your pearls. So there's just prizes all along the way. So for you, put in the chat, are you the girl who's like, I want the mentorship? Are you the girl who's like, I need a better community? Are you the girl who's like, give me the prizes and the recognition? Scarlett says all the above. I can't choose. Okay, put it in the chat what you are. I want to show you this too real quick as we go into our last benefit. This is our black eyeliner. It's waterproof. She don't budge, okay? It's not budging. This is from my, when I was doing my eyeshadow, this is the purple, but she's not going anywhere, okay? So why I show you this is going to be a gift today too, is our eyeliner and then our beautiful eye makeup remover. We're going to clean me up. Okay. So that way you're like, oh my gosh, Brie, get that stuff off the back of your hands. We're just going to do a quick little cleanup with our eye makeup remover. Okay. Mentorship or community. If I had to only pick one. Did you see how quick? It's just like magic eraser. It's better than the magic eraser of the okay. We're going to take off lipstick too. Bye. Gone. No weird oil free. Okay. Yay. Eye makeup remover. Amazing. All right. So I looked away 1 second, then it was gone. I know. All right. The last area, ladies, the last area, all the above, Grace says, the last area is the foundational growth. And this is that area that is transformational to your personal life and your business life. And so something that just blew my mind was how I could grow as a person through this. So you see someone now who has been developed over a decade. But when I first started, I was on anxiety medication. I was on depression medication. My mom had just passed away a year prior. I came from a very colorful background of not believing in myself and having a lot of codependent tendencies. I would put my goals and my dreams aside to show up for my family that was chaotic. And I didn't have a lot of those skills of how to have conversational skills or speaking skills or just believing in myself. So you put me in a pressure cooker of Mary Kay for a year and I'm like, whoa, time management, awesome. Leadership skills, I'm in the top 2% of the company and someone taught me for free. Oh, confidence went up. I'm achieving, I'm winning, but more importantly, self-esteem. I believe in myself. I trust myself. I am happy with myself no matter what. Having money management skills, the ability of how to grow a business, but also keep money in your pocket. So if you guys had to choose in some of those areas of personal growth, would it be building your confidence? Put it in the chat. Self-esteem, time management, money management. Which one kind of pings at you? Go ahead and put it in the chat to see which one is the most valuable to you. So as you do that, I'm going to share a screen real quick because this month is crazy. This month, you guys, we get to get a highly discounted starter kit. But before I show you that, and as you're putting in the chat, which area of personal growth would be your favorite to grow in, we need you to text my number, a certain word, so that way you can get the link for the final prize. So we're going to have you do that for a second before I show you what comes in our starter kit options. And so if you guys want, can you, Melissa, while I'm looking for this, can you just explain what to text and everything with that real fast?
Yes, I think am I sharing it?
It is, I think.
Okay, perfect. So you're going to text the word prize, just prize, no, nothing else, no emojis, no, nothing, just prize to 619-202-8225.
Yeah, and I'm already seeing texts come across. Can you explain? I'm still looking for it because I apparently still need I need glasses.
What are you looking for?
I have it. The starter kit. I got it.
Okay.
It'll give you a link, you guys, in about 60 seconds. Everybody will want to fill that out so you can be entered into our last giveaway of that finishing spray and the translucent powder. It's just going to ask you some feedback questions. So I'll show you the starter kit, and then I'm going to show you the last 4 different looks for your season of what we've collected. You can switch them around once you get your PDF of maybe colors you're more drawn to. These were just specifically, Grace, my phone number. If you do it to my business line, that'll get you if you text that word prize. We can put it in the chat as well. I'll put it in there real quick. Okay, but if you're like, you know what? I would like 50% off. I would like extra income. I would like some extra money or mentorship or just a fun community. Okay. Let me show you what that would look like this month. You can get our whole business eStart Plus Pro Start that comes with over $400 worth of full-size products, our Time-Wise skincare line in both formulas, 5 CC creams, a mascara, charcoal mask, microdermabrasion, eye makeup remover that you saw me using on the back of my hand, super cute bag, sales tool aids. Normally it's $125. This also includes a website. This month you'd get it for $100. Or you're like, I just want to dip my toes in. I want to just do the eStart. You could do the $20 option. It's normally $35. That includes a beautiful website, ability to process credit cards, get a fun little sample kit in the mail, and boom, we can get you going right away. Okay, so that is some of our business options. You'll have an opportunity on that survey to put your level of interest. And so this is only for April that we have those specials. Okay, so as you guys are getting that link to fill out, I'm going to go ahead and share the different looks, okay, for you that we can go through so we can see what colors based on this. So our winter gals, I know I showed that first, but you'll be getting a picture that looks like this, where these would be your perfect spring colors, your lipstick, your mascara. We have a deal for you today. You get 20% off to get your palette, 3 eyeshadows, blush, contour, highlight, lipstick, and mascara. So it is normally $125, $126 or something. Today you get it for $99. If you're a beauty consultant, girl, you know you already get it half off everything. So go shopping to get your new spring look. So this is going to be our winter colors. This is our spring colors. So if you are a spring, you're going to be maybe in some of these beautiful copper tones for spring, and these brighter tones, and this beautiful shy blush. I even use it, this pink corally shimmery blush, the raspberry ice lipstick, just beautiful pop on your lips. So that's going to be for our springs. For our summer, that's the look I just did on myself. So we're getting this blossom. I think I did biscotti, but blossom would be that matte tone and more of a little slight pink than cream. I was grabbing fast. Candlelight, which is a beautiful golden tone, and frozen iris is that purple. And then we did rosy nude on the cheeks. Okay. And then for our, I need one more. Where is it? Did we skip one? We did our spring. We did our, we went by autumn very fast. Okay. Autumn. Autumn is going to be biscotti, which I did do under my brow today. It's a great color. Everyone should have. Dusty rose. See these more warm tones that we're seeing in this, and rose gold, which is absolutely beautiful. Juicy peach is going to be your blush. It's a gorgeous color. If you need a slightly lighter blush, you could go into shy blush instead, that we showed on one of them. Hushed blush is a gorgeous run out the door, warm, yummy, neutral color that is great for everyone. And that mascara. So these will be, again, they're going to be sent in a picture. So you'll have them all on one. of those. And then you can always reach out to just get your own specific color. They'll also be on that sheet. So those are some of our pre-picked out colors. Okay, let me look at these messages here. Love the almond colors. Are they sulfate-free products? I want the kit so pretty. I don't believe that there's any sulfates in our, but I'll double check for you, Frankie, within the makeup. A lot of our skincare is sulfate free as well. So I will double check on that for you. I forget what other areas there were: money management, time management, perhaps confidence, self-esteem, Ada. Okay, love that. So do we have people filling out that form, Melissa, that we can pull from for our last prizes, or do we need a second?
So for the, are we adding them to the main wheel for the?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay, as she adds those to the main wheel, while we give away our translucent powder and our finishing powder, if there is in your heart that you'd like to learn a little bit more about the opportunity, Monday night, 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. We're in every time zone on here. I'm going to see if I have the flyer real quick. But we will be doing an event called PJs and Possibilities. And what that is it'll be me and another mom sharing a little bit more of our stories and how we fit this into our lives. We'll be also giving away tons of free products. So you are more than welcome to join that. She is a top executive who changed my life in this company, who when I started, I heard her story. So we have Leanne Pheasant, who's going to be on there. Perino, she goes by both. So that's going to be fun that we will be doing Monday, April 14th. So screenshot that if you'd like to join, put it in the chat, say PJs if you'd like to join, so we can make sure you get the invite. And we'll be giving away 2 starter kits that night, 2 free starter kits. Okay, so that's going to be a really fun event that you might want to pop into. Next month, as we're pulling up our last prizes for our makeup workshop, we have new products coming out, and we're going to do some kits that if you RSVP soon enough, you're going to get to try some of the new things that they don't even sample. So you're going to, if you're like, sign me up for that, where's the form? Do we have the form that we could put in the link in the chat? Okay. So for the next makeup workshop, as she's putting the link in the chat for you guys, we chose, I believe, May 17th, the same time, May 17th at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, where we'll do a whole our summer product launch. And if you get it early enough, we're going to be sending you a sample pack for free of some fun new things to try. And when I say fun, I've already been using them, and you're going to die. Okay. All right. So we're going to fill out the form. And then do we have enough to start our first one, Melissa? Okay, let's go ahead and give away that well, you get to choose if you're the first one. I'll let you choose. Translucent or a finishing spray. All right. Scarlett, yes, you've been lighting up the chat. Awesome job. Go ahead and put in the chat, do you want the translucent powder or do you want the finishing spray? Which one do you want in there? And you guys, 20 minutes after this next text, you will be receiving the Google Drive link to the entire season's packet. So if you filled out that link, everybody will have that at their fingertips to be able to look for. Okay, so we've already set that up. All right, Scarlett is getting the spray. Let me go ahead and write that down. Let's go ahead and do our last giveaway of today. Before we do that though, what is your biggest tip you would say that you walked away with today? Would it be a technique you learned? Would it be learning your season? What was your most helpful tip today? It helps me to make our future events of what is helpful for you to learn. But go ahead and put that in the chat of what was your favorite. Scarlett, I'm putting that on for you real quick. And then I'm going to also, Kiara, put this on your bronzer. And we had someone who got the lip gloss. Who was that, Melissa? And then
I'm keeping track of all the prizes, Bree, on the sheet. So you're
okay. Rose said, okay, let me go up further. Ada said technique, I think, but equally for me, also how to choose colors. Seasons for Jennifer. Rose loved learning her season. Scarlett learning her season and eye tips. Shalone learning my season and blending techniques. Grace revisiting my colors for season and the new colors and energy. Love it. And Jennifer, technique and season. Love it. Okay, you guys, so fun. Let's do our last winner for translucent powder. Wow, Scarlett again. Okay, let's go ahead. She is an awesome guest today. Super exciting. So we will put that on there for her. We'll just send her a whole little kit. And we had super fun. So remember this Monday, PJs and Possibilities, and then just mark it in your save the date for May 17th at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central for our next makeup workshop to have fun and explore some new things and techniques. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. Beautiful Saturday. Your consultant will follow up with you and you'll be getting that link in just a couple minutes. And if you don't, reach out to us so we can make sure you get it. Bye, everyone.